Hello and welcome. If you're stepping into a leadership role for the first time, this is the place to be. I'm Lauren, your leadership coach. You know, becoming a leader can be both exhilarating and intimidating, especially when you're trying to figure out how to effectively delegate as a leader. Yes, delegation. That's our topic today. It's not just about assigning tasks, it's about doing so in a way that empowers your team, builds trust, and drives productivity. Now let's face it, delegation is an art. And like any art, it requires practice, patience, and a willingness to step outside of your comfort zone. As a new leader, you might find yourself grappling with the fear of relinquishing control or worry that the task won't be executed exactly as you envision it. But here's the thing. Delegation isn't about micromanagement or cloning your own skill set within your team. It's about fostering growth, independence, and confidence among your team members. Today, we're going to dive into the benefits of practicing delegation as a new leader. We'll explore the challenges you might face and how to overcome them. By the end of this video, you'll have a better understanding of why delegation is important and how it can contribute to the success of your team. So if you're ready to transform your team and drive success, stay tuned. And if you find this video helpful and informative, don't forget to subscribe and share it with a friend who could benefit from this information. Let's get started on your journey to becoming an effective and empowered leader. All right, let's dive into the meat and potatoes of this video. Why does delegation even matter? And more importantly, what's in it for you as a leader? Firstly, delegation is the key to creating a strong, self-reliant team. It fosters a mindset of continuous improvement, allowing your team members to grow and excel in their roles. But it's not just about the team, it's about you as well. As a leader, you can't do everything by yourself. By delegating, you're free to focus on high-level tasks that truly require your expertise. Now, let's talk a little bit about remote teams. In our increasingly digital world, more and more teams are working remotely. Delegation can make or break your remote team. It can prevent feelings of loneliness, disconnectedness, and apathy towards teammates. And guess what? It allows you as a leader to develop high-performing remote teams. Delegating tasks isn't just about lightening your workload, though that's a pretty great perk, I must admit. No, it's about empowering your team and fostering an environment where everyone can shine in their own roles. When you delegate effectively, you're saying to your team, I trust you. I believe in your skills and capabilities. And trust me, there's no better morale booster than that. But let's dig a little deeper. What happens when you start to delegate? Well, magic happens. Your team members start to grow, gaining confidence, independence, and new skills. They become more invested in their work, knowing they have the trust and support of their leader. And let's not forget about you. With less on your plate, you can focus on those high-level tasks that only you can do. Now, here's the cherry on top. Effective delegation leads to a more productive, efficient, and happy team. And who doesn't want that? And if you're thinking, well, Lauren, that sounds great, but how do I actually get there? Don't worry. Stick around until the end of this video and you'll have all the tools you need to start delegating like a pro. And hey, if you find this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Let's spread the power of delegation far and wide. First, you've got to communicate clearly. Think of yourself as the director of a blockbuster movie. You wouldn't just say action and expect everyone to know what to do, right? You explain the scene, set the stage, and make sure everyone knows their lines. In the same vein, when delegating, clearly define the task, set a deadline, and paint a vivid picture of the desired outcome. Clarity is the key to a successful production or project. When you're assigning a task, don't just toss it over the fence with a vague, get this done. That's like starting a movie in the middle. Your team will be left scratching their heads, wondering what's going on. Instead, clearly define what needs to be done, when it needs to be finished, and what the desired outcome is. Let's say you're delegating a project to design a new company logo. Don't just say, we need a new logo, get it done by next week. Instead, try something like this. Our company needs a fresh, modern logo that reflects our commitment to sustainability. I'd like you to create 3 different designs and we'll review them at our meeting next Wednesday. The goal is to have a final design ready to present to the board at the end of the month. See the difference? The second approach paints a clear picture of the task, sets a timeline, and defines what success looks like. And when your team has a clear understanding of their mission, they're much more likely to hit the mark. So remember, clear communication is like a roadmap. It shows your team where they're going, how to get there, and what they'll find when they arrive. Now, here's where it gets a little tricky. You've assigned the task, you set the stage. Now what? Well, it's time to trust your team. I know, it's easier said than done, but remember, you've assembled this superstar team for a reason. Provide them with the necessary resources and support, then step back and watch them shine. It's like watching your favorite band perform live. You don't jump on stage and grab the mic, you sit back and enjoy the show. Now, I know what you're thinking, trust them, but I'm the one in charge. I'm the one who knows how things should be done. Well, my friends, I hate to break it to you, but if you're holding on to that mindset, you're standing in your own way. Yes, you heard me right, you're standing in your own way. Let me paint a picture for you. Imagine you're teaching someone to ride a bike. You've given them all the instructions, you've shown them how it's done, and you've even given them a shiny new helmet. But then, instead of letting them hop on the bike and give it a go, you hold on to the back of the seat and run alongside them the entire time. What's going to happen? They'll never learn to ride. Why? Because they'll know you're there, holding on, ready to catch them if they fall. They're never truly in control. And the same principle applies to delegation. Once you've assigned a task and provided all the necessary resources and support, you need to step back and let your team take control. Let them make decisions. Let them problem solve. Let them learn. Let them ride the bike. Sure, they might wobble a bit. They might even fall. But that's part of the process. It's how they learn. It's how they grow. And most importantly, it's how they build confidence. So trust your team, believe in their abilities, give them the space they need to shine. And remember, you're not abandoning them. You're always there, ready to provide guidance and support when needed. Lastly, don't forget to provide feedback. Remember, every superhero needs a mentor who guides them, appreciates their victories, and helps them learn from their defeats. Be that mentor for your team. Keep your feedback specific, constructive, and most importantly, respectful. Because at the end of the day, we're all here to learn and grow together. Now, I want you to think back to when you were learning to ride a bike. Remember the first time you took off without training wheels and fell over? You might have had a few scrapes and bruises, maybe even shed a tear or two. But what did you do next? You got back on that bike and tried again, right? Why? Because someone, maybe a parent, a sibling, a friend, was there to show you and tell you what you did wrong and how to improve. They didn't just say, well, you fell, better luck next time. No, they gave you constructive feedback. They showed you how to balance, how to steer, and how to pedal efficiently. And that feedback was crucial in helping you eventually master the art of bike riding. The same principle applies to delegation. Once a task is completed, don't just give a thumbs up or thumbs down, provide constructive feedback. Point out what went well and what could be improved. Be specific, be honest, and most importantly, be kind. Remember, the goal of feedback is not to criticize, but to help your team learn and grow. For instance, if Prashant's presentation lacked some vital data, don't just say your presentation was lacking. Instead, try saying, Prashant, your presentation was engaging and well-structured. However, including more data on customer behavior could have strengthened your argument. Let's work on this for next time. See the difference? The second approach acknowledges the good, addresses the area of improvement, and offers a solution. And that's what constructive feedback is all about. Well, we've come a long way, haven't we? We've tackled identifying strengths and weaknesses, mastering the art of clear communication, trusting our teams, and providing constructive feedback. Each of these steps is like a tool in your leadership toolbox, essential for the art of delegation. But remember, just like climbing a mountain or learning to ride a bike, mastering delegation doesn't happen overnight. It takes practice, persistence, and patience. There might be times when you wobble, lose your footing, or even fall. But that's okay, because each time you get back up, you're learning, growing, and becoming a better leader. And don't forget, I'm here for you. As your coach, my job is to support you, guide you, and cheer you on as you navigate the exciting, challenging world of leadership. So if you're feeling overwhelmed, if you're struggling with a particular issue, or if you just need a pep talk, don't hesitate to reach out at the link below. So are you ready to take what you've learned and put it into action? I have faith in you. And remember, every great leader was once a beginner. You got this. This is Lauren signing off. Until next time, keep learning and keep leading.